side, bitch. They left me a toothbrush. No drawers, no socks, no clothes, nothing. They left me a toothbrush.
Let's go.
What's good? What's poppin'? It's your boy Denzel Dion, and welcome back to my channel. Are you poppin'? Because I know I am. Okay.
Y'all, I know the audio sounds crazy. I don't know what the f is going on with it, but this is me re-uploading the video and I turned it down a notch. And if it's still loud, just lower down your volume because it's no shade. I'm not refilming the video. The story time is 15 minutes. She cut it down to 34 minutes. It's not giving refilm. The next time, my audio will be fab. Sorry, I'm trying to get back in the hang of things, okay? Bear with me. But live for y'all, love y'all, and enjoy the story time. If you can, bitch. No shade.
You guys have read the title. Now, y'all know when it comes to me, I think it's just always happening to me. I feel like the world's out to get me. People just be hating. But, like, one thing about me, bitch, a bitch will get robbed. Y'all seen it. If you've seen me, you know my stuff, you know my story. My stuff got stolen in the airport, then I was robbed at gunpoint. Like, some shit is just always happening. But you saw the title, and yes, I was robbed by an Airbnb host in Paris. Yes. And it's now time to tell my truth. I talked about this on TikTok a little bit, briefly, into 3 parts, but we're gonna do the whole YouTube version. Because I did the TikTok version, now it's time to do the YouTube version. Let's get right on into this story time. Shall we, darling? How do I even start this video off? This happened in September. Now, I wasn't supposed to be in Paris. It was a very last minute trip. It's something that my gut told me not to go. However, I had something very important. 3 things that was very important and crucial for me to be in Paris. Like, I wasn't gonna go, I was just gonna pay it. But I was like, let me stop blocking my blessings and actually go for wherever I need to go, get done. So my Paris trip was very last minute. With a last minute trip, I'm very particular about where I stay, which hotel I stay at, in what area. And all the hotels that I usually stay at are booked, right? And I usually stay like in the 8th. I don't know, I'm just very familiar with that area ever since I've been going to Paris for like the past like 5 years. It's just very, it's like the touristy part, but it's very like safe. As far as like the hotels that I stay in, like it's good, it's fine, it's chill. You know, the embassy is right there if anything. Like I like to stay there. However, since my flight was booked the day before I was supposed to be in Paris, my accommodations, I didn't really see any hotels that I liked, and the hotels that I did like were very far. I'm so sorry. Paris, you know the traffic, the roads are small. I'm not about to be going back and forth. It's going to take an hour and a half. Since all the hotels that I usually do love, that I book, are unavailable, I'm like, girl, what am I going to do? I'm not going to sit here and test out a new hotel. Like, it's just not me to test out a new hotel. You know, Paris, the girls talk about bed bugs and hotels and stuff, and honestly speaking, Paris don't really have a lot of fab hotels. It's only like a handful, well, like 2 handfuls, you know, that I can count off of that are usually booked during Women's Fashion Week. Like, I'm going during like one of the most busiest times ever, which is the summer, or when it's Women's Fashion Week. When it's Women's Fashion Week, the hotels that I like to stay at are completely booked or sold out, or is given a peninsula for like 15 bands a night, and it's not giving over that over here. No shade, no. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, okay? I love doing last minute stuff, but like not having a place to stay is really like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just very picky with where I stay, especially when it comes to hotels. Like testing out new hotels is just not my special, you know, it's not really what I like to do. I like to stay what I know and where I know and how I know how to live, you know? As soon as I touched down, my friend told me to stay with him because he had just moved to Paris, and I was like, okay, cute, and his place was so big. He said, bitch, just stay with me, and I'm like, oh my God, I just always feel like I'm a bother. Like me personally, I'm a bother. I just feel like when I stay with someone, I feel like it's an inconvenience. Even though I love people staying with me, like I have a guest room wherever I go and stuff like that. I like to make people feel like at home and accommodated. But I don't know, for some reason, I just feel like I don't want to be in someone's space. And like he had just moved into Paris. His furniture was just not coming in. So I didn't want to be like in someone's home when they're just not getting it set up. Even though like that's my girl, he was like, come on, just stay. And I'm like, no. And then he had a roommate too. So I was just like, I don't know, I just don't want to be in that situation. However, my friend James was like, bitch, just stay with me. Now, with James, he's here during Fashion Week. He's never been here during, like, Women's Fashion Week. You know, I have things that I'm invited to. Like, let's just have a cute girls' week, okay? I came here to work, but I also came here to play. You know? I was like, okay, cool, I can stay with you. But he was like, wait, grab an Airbnb. When he said he was in Airbnb, I said, oh, whoa. Now, me personally, I've used Airbnb before, but when I use Airbnb, I do Superhost. Like, the last time I booked an Airbnb, like, really, that was fab, that I could pinpoint my mind was, like, a 10-bedroom house in Tulum for me and my girls. Like, that's my type of Airbnb, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's not even necessarily, like, Airbnb in general. It's just, like, Airbnb in foreign places. Like, when it's not in the USA, when it's not in the United States of America, bitch, Airbnb for me is just very hard to stay in or stay at. I personally like to use Airbnb for hotels. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Airbnb, we just don't get along. Okay, when I first booked an Airbnb like in New York years ago, if you guys do remember, we literally got catfished. Now all the hotels in New York were booked at the time. It was going during fashion week. So I was like, bitch, let's get an Airbnb. The Airbnb looked so fab online. When I pulled up there, it was disgusting. There was cum stains on the couch. Ever since then, like I've been very on toes with Airbnb, and I book her here and there. But then when I booked it in Tulum, I had a good time. Like it was a good fab time. Now me personally, I was like, you know what, let me just stay with James because you know he's here during fashion week. I'm here, have to do my stuff. You know, it's business, it's pleasure. The girls are working, and I honestly like to be alone. But like, you know, let me just stay with my friend James. Like, been a while since me and my girl have really had a time. But all the hotels that I wanted to like try to get was very far, but the hotel that I wanted to book, that I was going to book, was available Sunday. Okay, boom, I can stay here for a night or two, like, bitch, it's fine, okay? As soon as I arrived to James' Airbnb, I was like, okay, now, you know what? I don't judge a book by its cover. You know, I'm judging, but I'm not judging. But I'm from the Bronx, so bitch, nothing really spooks me or scares me. Like when people say places are ghetto and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, cute, but ended up staying in the 17th. Now, come to find out, she's not a very pleasant place to stay. It's kind of like people kept saying that because like that's like the most like blackest place I've been to in Paris. There's just a lot of Africans there. And I'm like, is that the reason why they're saying it's ghetto? Because it doesn't really get ghetto, but however, common my belongings were stolen. So, well, I went to Airbnb and I was like, no shade, girl, I'm out of here like tomorrow. Like it wasn't even like, the Airbnb was fab. It was most of the building, getting in, so many doors. I'm like, why is there so much security? You had to enter through, go through some back alley, like to get to this place that looked very fab online. It looks like a villa from Greece, Santorini. Like it was a cute, and then it was a studio. You know what I'm saying? There's two of us. It's a place for one person, but two people can accommodate. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just putting my stuff here. Cool, bada bing, bada boom. As soon as I get there, take a shower. We have events to go to during that night. I'm like, we have a fab party to go to. Girl, let's buckle up. Like, as soon as I got there, I said, girl, no shit, I have to leave soon. So we went out, had a fab, beautiful, marvelous time, okay? We went to the Casablanca party that night. Oh, wow. Just so many fine specimens in the area. I'll tell you something, that party was so fab. Like, I was bagging them like no day tomorrow. It was just it's easy for me everywhere, but I just feel like in Paris, it's just like the easiest. I love everybody. I don't have a type, but I just always seem to be talking to a model. But anyways, that's not the point of the story. I just know that party was a very fab time. And it was just given after the party, it was given party, club. We got back home like around 6, 7 a.m. And that's just, in Paris, that's just what the girls do. So we got back, you know, I slept, cute, James slept, cool, we wake up in the morning. Now I'm over here still browsing for hotels just in case if something is like available before, but nothing's available. And, you know, we're just sleeping during the day, we wake up at night, okay? Didn't have to do anything during that day. All my festivities was during the nighttime. Now it's like, girl, no shade, we need some towels. Like, it's given, we need towels, right? Mind you, James was in this hotel. Oof, I keep saying hotel, bitch. I'm just so used to staying at a hotel. James is at this Airbnb like 3 days, 4 days prior to me getting there, and he's never needed a towel, obviously, because it's just him. But since it's me, I was like, bitch, we need a towel. And also, too, like, there was something wrong with the shower. Like, something wasn't draining, so, like, it just kept making a mess. Just ghetto shit, okay? Just ghetto shit. We needed more towels. I said, girl, we need more towels. So James hit up the Airbnb host. He was like, okay, we need some towels. Now, mind you, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. We're getting ready to step outside the house. James texted the Airbnb host, like, we need towels there. The host was like, oh, leave the key in the lockbox and we'll have somebody come drop off towels. And then James was like, no, it's very late in the night and we're about to leave and we're going to be out the whole night. Don't know why he said that. Because a bitch like me would not type that. Because why are you letting somebody know you're not going to be at the premises the whole night? Me personally, I'm a paranoid person. Like, I'm even paranoid like staying at hotels. So that's why, like, at a hotel, a maid would never come to clean my room. Bitch, I'm making up my own bed. I'm doing my own shit. If I need new towels, I call new towels. I don't even let, like, maids or room service enter my room when I'm in a hotel because the girls have sticky fingers and I have very lovely belongings. So I don't really be trying to, you know what I'm trying to say? Me personally, I'm just already a paranoid person. So I would never type that to the host and say, we're not going to be here all night. It's giving, damn, bitch, we're not going to be here. Come rob us, okay? He said that. He told the host, like, no, do not come back. We won't be back the whole night. Come tomorrow morning. Let me tell you something. Mind you, we had a fabulous night outside, drunk, bada bing, bada boom. Came back like at 5 o'clock in the morning. This is just Paris. So came back, and as soon as we get back, I'm drunk as shit, but bitch, I know when someone's been here. I got back, I said, someone was in here. He said, what do you mean? I said, someone's in here, bitch. I feel the spirit. I felt it. I'm like, it just gave a certain type of weird energy. I said, someone was in here. He said, how do you know? Then I said, look at the towels over there. So bitch, while we were outside, mind you, we left the house like at 11:45, 12. They came when we weren't there and dropped off the towels when we specifically told them not to. Like, why would you do that? So basically, they came in to vet out the place. Mind you, they could have just left the towels by the door. No, they left the towel, like, they had to, like, get through some things to drop the towels off. It was, like, over the table. Like, they did a lot to drop the towels off, meaning they were scoundering. Now, me personally, I'm not a messy person. I don't want to blame signs and stuff like that, but, you know, James is an Aquarius. And Aquarius is, they just have things everywhere. Like, they're not organized people. Love my Aquarius down, but they're not organized people. 95% of my friend group is Aquariuses, and they're all the same when it comes to, like, packing stuff. A bitch like me, I wear something, I fold it, and in my suitcase, I have two sides. If it's dirty, I put it over this side, I zip it up. I'm very organized, very cool, so all my things are together, right? I have nothing out, but James has all his jewelry out, all his gold, his glasses, his rings, his laptop. He has everything laid out, clothes everywhere, shoes everywhere, like, okay, cool. For me personally, you see two suitcases and you see like my personal luggage, which is like a Balenciaga projector bag. That's what you see. They came in, they saw everything. They was like, okay, bitch, we're coming back. So we got back there and I was like, what the actual like, why would someone come in here while we're not here? And he told the Airbnb host, like, why would you come to go drop off the towels when we weren't there? No response, bada bing, bada boom. We wake up the next day. I'm still looking for hotels, and I found a hotel, but I'm like, damn, the hotel that I want to book is tomorrow. This is Saturday night. I arrived there Thursday. So Thursday night, we went out, had a fab time. Friday night, we asked for towels, and they came in and saw what we had. And I wake up, and I'm like, you know what? My heart and soul don't feel right, bitch. I need to get up out of here today. Like, I can't wait till tomorrow. So I'm looking, I'm like, damn, does it make sense for me to book a different hotel today and then, like, go to, like, my reservation on Sunday? Like, does it even make sense to do that since that hotel is not available? Or, like, I don't want to I hate switching hotels. That's, like, if I'm going to switch, I'm going to switch once. So I'm like, damn, I could really thug it out tonight. And that's on Saturday. And I'm like, damn, not for nothing. They really going to come and steal our shit. I don't know. I just felt it. But I was so lazy. We just got back. I woke up and then I had so many things to do. Like, I had to go to an event, then I had to go to a meeting. So I'm like, I don't have time to be packing up my bags to move to the next thing. So you know what, tomorrow, then honestly speaking to me staying with James, it was a fab time actually staying with somebody, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what, I'm having fun, it's fine, Denzel, you just leave me your belongings here, like, it ain't nothing to it. I ended up doing what I'm doing, I come back, and then by the time I finish my errands and everything, I come back and it's like around 8 p.m. And I'm like, okay, well, it's time to go to an event. So we're getting ready to go to an event. I told James, I'm like, girl, they're going to come back and steal our shit. He said, girl, stop talking like that, girl. They're not going to come back and steal our shit. Like, they would never. I'm like, I just felt it in my stomach. So mind you, Saturday night was the best night I've ever had in Paris. Like, we went outside, we went to the club, we was put up, we went to an after party, we went to another after party. Like, we were so drunk. And to the point where, bitch, I didn't even sleep. Okay, we was at this after party till like 7 o'clock in the morning. James stayed, you know, do what he was doing. Then I decided to sleep elsewhere. I didn't make it back to the Airbnb. James gets back to the Airbnb like 8 o'clock in the morning. And he was over here like texting me like, girl, you awake? Like, you good? I'm like, oh, girl, I'm good. I'm okay. Like, I'll be back like around 12 because that's my check-in is like at 3. So I'll be back around like 12-ish, 1. Cool, to come pick up my stuff. So now, the night of the robbery, we're leaving and I literally hide my belongings. I literally just got a new iPhone 16, new headphones, I have my jewelry in my bag. Like, I'm like, girl, not for nothing, they're gonna come back and rob us. Let me hide my shit, right? So I'm over here trying to hide like my Apple bag and stuff like that. James like, girl, shut up. So we sit it and he triple locks it. We make sure that shit is locked, damn near dead bolted before we leave, right? So we're leaving, and I have like a long blazer on. It's cold as shit in Paris during this time, but it gets hot, like inside, like the clubs and stuff. We leave, we get to the car, we drive off like 3-4 minutes. I'm like, girl, I should go back and put on a turtleneck. Something's telling me to go back to the Airbnb. Something is telling me, and I keep going against my gut, and I would never do some shit like that because I always know. It's like I'm psychic, like I just feel it. So I'm like, girl, should I really go back? I'm like, you know what? Fine, we're already late. Like, let me not drag it. If we would have went back, we would have saw them literally robbing our stuff, right? Fast forward, we have a good night, beautiful night. I don't sleep home. James ended up going back to the Airbnb and like he goes in, no problem, locks the door, cool. Now, remember how I said the shower, there was a problem with the shower, it wasn't draining. James texted like the Airbnb host and I guess he got a technician to come in. So technician barges in while James is literally sleeping naked, like inside. He's like, yo, like back up, like we don't know who you are. Just literally entered without knocking anything. Enters, and then James says like, yo, hold on, wait, back up for me to go get dressed, put clothes on, and then he texts the Airbnb host like, oh, who's here, whatever. He said he's here to go fix the shower, right? So James told me, cool. He's in there for like 5 minutes, and then he goes back, James locks the door, goes back to sleep, right? Now, me personally, I wasn't here. I wake up, do what I have to do. Then I make my way back to go pick up my bags. And I'm honestly, literally so happy to be checking into a hotel. Like, bitch, you don't know how happy I am. I'm like, okay. I told my friend that I slept over, I said, okay, let me go pick up my bags and go check into my hotel, so just like meet me there. As soon as I walk, it's like 12:30 at this point. As soon as I'm walking, like, bitch, I'm smiling ear to ear that I'm about to finally stay at a hotel. I walk in, there's nothing there, bitch. I enter into the room, bitch. Mind you, I had all my bags by the door. When I say this Airbnb looked like it was brand new, bitch, there was nothing left. I walked in like, James, where's all our stuff? He said, what? What do you mean? I'm like, bitch, where's all of our shit? Girl, gone. I said, oh, girl, we got robbed. I honestly wasn't even mad. I wasn't even shocked. I was just like quiet because like I saw this happening, right? James texted Airbnb host like, oh, someone came and robbed us, bada bing, bada boom. Airbnb host was like, what, huh? So my whole thing is, I was like, girl, let me just call the police, right? He got in drunk, but he didn't even know. Like, even my drunk ass can know, bitch. Like, you can't just walk into the room. You have your bags and stuff. Like, even my drunk ass can know, like, girl, there's no suitcases. So James didn't even realize our stuff was stolen until I got there and said it was stolen. We called the police, cool. And I was like, it was definitely the Airbnb host. There was no signs of no break-in. There was nothing. And it's so crazy because when James got back that morning, the door was locked. That means whoever came and robbed us had the key. You know what I'm trying to say? So it was either the Airbnb host or whoever dropped off the towels. It was someone who had a key to the unit. I know for a fact that we never would have asked for towels, we would not be robbed because they would never saw the shit that we had. The police comes and then I'm listing the stuff that was stolen from me. Like, bitch, I got shit stolen from me. Like, and it was more so like, it'll be one thing to like, y'all could take like the iPhones and shit, but y'all bitches left me with nothing. Y'all took my drawers, bitch. Y'all left me with a toothbrush. The fuck? Like, y'all really stole everything from me. When I say they took everything from me, and it was so, James had a lot of stuff left because his stuff was scattered. Me, like, I damn near gave them my shit. All my stuff was in a suitcase zipped. Now, Harakama, I'm so pissed because the one time my air tags are dead is where my shit gets stolen. Ever since my stuff got stolen off the turnstile in Atlanta, my shit is always charged and ready to go. When I arrived to Paris, my bags were taking so long, and I'm like, what the fuck to my bags? And I checked my Find My, and I'm like, damn, both. I have 4 of the same suitcases, and I took the wrong 2. The 2 suitcases that I decided to take, both air tags were dead. So as soon as I arrived to Paris, I said, okay, I need to go to Apple before I leave. They took both of my suitcases. They took my Balenciaga. It's not even the clothes. They took a lot of clothes and stuff, and it's fine. Thank God, like, half of them was me, so I could make them again. It's fine. They took, like, so much, like, unreleased shit as well. But it was the Balenciaga bag. That's why I had, like, my watches, plural, bitch, rings, glasses, my iPhone, my MacBook, my iPad, like, all my work shit gone. Like, it was whatever that was in that Balenciaga, like, projector bag. Like, you know the bag that you take with you on the airport, like, that you can't check in, like, that has all your valuable shit? That's the bag that hurt me the most. Like, so, like, I couldn't track them, and they took, like, my AirPods, or they took my headphones, and, like, I could have tracked them, but they were dead. Like, all the shit that I could have used to track them was dead, right? The police came, we gave them the report, we tell them, he was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. And then I was listening to stuff, he was like, why would you have these things, and why would you stay in a neighborhood like this? Like, we're so surprised that you would stay here. And I'm like, I didn't book the place, he booked the place. And this is why being cheap will always be expensive. Just because the place is cheap does not mean you need to stay. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, granted, the Airbnb was very nice. I had a comment, bitch, let them put a picture of that building. No bookings, no bookings. And then I'm like, James, did you read the reviews? I'm like, there's only like 4 reviews. Like, 4 reviews is just not gonna cut it for me staying at a place. I'm just like, well, goddamn, it looked good online. The pictures look fab. Like, I would book it, but then, no, would I book it? No, I wouldn't book anything on Airbnb, really, personally. Like, if I book on Airbnb, it has to be Superhost. Also, too, like, booking Airbnb in a foreign place is just a very big no-no to me, because, bitch, this is their land, their turf, their rules, bitch. And a lot of people, believe it or not, or believe it, bitch, don't like Americans, especially Parisians, the French. They hate Americans. You know what I'm saying? So I would never book an Airbnb in Paris. These policemen were, like, the best policemen ever, okay? Like, they stood with us for 8 hours. We're waiting for the investigators to get there. And that's one thing about Paris. Like, they like to take their sweet time, okay? We literally said we got robbed, bada bing, bada boom. And they took, like, all day to come. So the police were kind enough to wait with us for the investigators to come. The investigators came, and we just have to explain the story again. They just started taking pictures of the scene, the crime scene. And, yeah, and they was like, okay, come to the station tomorrow. We'll do a police report, write everything that's stolen, and the whole spiel, right? So, okay, cute. My friend Kenneth was kind enough to come with us. He speaks French. Thank God he was there, because he was just translating, and everything just went very smoothly. As we were there, we called the Airbnb host, like, hello, like, someone stole our stuff, everything's stolen. He's like, wait, how, what, this, that, and the third. And he started getting his attitude, and we was like, you need to come down here. And he was like, well, if everything got stolen, if you were robbed, then call the police then. He was on speakerphone. The police was like, we're here, bitch, shook, right? Now, if I was a host and my guest, whoever booked for me, things got stolen, I would be there 2.5 seconds or send somebody for help. Like, he did not give a damn. He didn't give two fucks. And even the police on the phone, when they started hearing him like just speaking, they was like, okay, he's definitely sus. He knows exactly what's going on. Like, he's in on it. But those policemen are so good, and I didn't even get their badge or anything because like we just was too in the moment. We forgot to ask, and like that was the last time we ever saw the policemen ever again. Me personally, I'm already feeling very paranoid because the moment we got there, this old man that is our neighbor kept looking through the window when we were leaving. So I'm like, not for nothing, let's knock on his door, bitch. He's probably with them. Let's knock on his door, because every time like we would leave, he would literally peek through his window and like peek back. Like, I'm like, is he reporting to somebody when we're leaving? Like, how do they know we were not there? You know what I'm trying to say? That means they had somebody watching us. Because how about if we decided to stay in that night? You know what I'm saying? They waited for us. I don't know if they had hidden cameras. I don't know, which I doubt. I don't know. But how did they know that we were not there? We could have stayed in that night. You know what I'm trying to say? Were they going to try to rob us when we were there? Who knows? Like, we don't know. So I'm like, okay, let's go knock on his door. So we knocked on his door. We asked him if he heard anything in the middle of the night, because definitely with my suitcases, you hear everything, you see everything, you have to hear some type of commotion. He was like, no, he didn't hear anything. I'm like, okay, so why do you keep peeking at us when we leaving? He said, oh, because his daughter got attacked there about a week and a half prior to us staying there. So he's always telling us to like shut the door basically because he's scared like they're gonna come back. So I said, okay, boom. Then the daughter comes out. She was like, oh my God, this place got broken into last week. I said, excuse me? She shows us a video or a picture of like the glass being broken into this Airbnb. So I'm like, this is definitely a setup. The girls definitely have the Airbnb renovated it, because I'm pretty damn sure no units in that building looks like that unit. Like, it gives Santorini down, from the tiling to the archway to like the new appliances to the oak wood. Like, the shit is tea, no shade. You know, like, I would never put my listing up on Airbnb if it was like, again, if it was robbed a week ago. Like, that's like illegal. Like, why is this specific unit only being broken into? That means if someone knows that it's people who are not from here, they know this is an Airbnb and they're gonna keep robbing this place, right? Harakama, that's a break-in. This wasn't a break-in. A bitch, for us, they had a key. Me personally, I'm like, okay, what do they have of mine? They stole my iPhone 16, they stole my, I have so many phones. They stole my iPhone 16 and they stole my iPhone 13. Now, the iPhone 13 was never supposed to come with me. It was just in my bag already because I had just came from New York and like I didn't even get to unload the bag. Hence why my jewelry was in there. Like, I wouldn't ever bring like all my shit, like most of it, to Paris. It was just like a bag. It was already in the bag from the girl. I was rushing, very last minute flight, right? So I just took whatever was in the bag. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cash them. I know for a fact before Paris, I'm gonna locate them. And I'm like, they're not gonna turn on the phones. However, they are gonna charge my headphones. They don't know that I can track headphones. I just kept checking, find mine. I'm like, I know for a fact someone's going to charge these headphones and is going to try to use them. Okay, there's some $700 earphones with AirPod Maxes. Apple, you ate with that. Tracking the location of your headphones, brilliant. The next day we go out to go eat during the nighttime queue. Keep refreshing to see if I see find mine. And I literally saw as soon as they plugged my lights in, I found the location, bitch. Mind you, we asked people in Paris, like, what location is this? They said this is the hood of the hood, like the ghettoest place you could ever be. So I was like, I can't really go there by myself. Like, what do I do? So let's go to the police station. Oh, actually, before we get to the police station, we called the police to see if the police can meet us there. And they're like, oh my God, we keep hearing like people talk about this. Like, this is a very big case that's happening. I'm like, okay, now it's being popular. Like, police know, like, girl, it's because the shit that was stolen. We called the police station. She was like, okay, we heard about this. And then they said it was going to call back. It's been an hour. They didn't call back, so we called again. And I guess it was another operator. I was like, oh my God, we just heard about this. I'm like, yeah, I keep hearing about it, but y'all not doing shit. So like, okay, you heard about it. Okay, cool. Yippee-ki-yay. Can we actually get to work, please? I'm like, you know what? Screw this. Let's go to the police station that's nearest to the location, right? So I screenshot the location, and then I put like the nearest police station to that location, which is like a 5-minute drive. So we arrived at the police station, tell him what's good, tell him what's happening. He just looked at me like, okay, like, what do you want us to do? I'm like, well, sir, I have a location of where my things are being held, like the person who stole it from me, and I would like some like assistance. Can like one of y'all, 2, 3, 4, maybe 10 of y'all come with me, please? And he wasn't trying to hear it, and then the other guy was like, you know what? We'll just come. Like, y'all not doing shit anyways? It's Paris. What are y'all doing? Y'all not doing shit anyways? Oof, these policemen were so, let's just say they were very, you know, I don't know. Those are the type of policemen, girl, that you want to get arrested for, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, you want them to arrest you. So I'm in the car, cool, they put the lights on, and bitch, I'm like, damn, you're making it mad hot with the lights on. I'm like, how about if they run away or whatever? Anyways, we arrived to the location, right? And it's pitch black, and like, nothing's there. And obviously, as we're on our way there, he's already letting me know basically nothing's gonna happen. Because he said, it's past 9 p.m., we can't enter apartment buildings past 9 p.m. I said, so if someone's getting stabbed like anytime, like in the nighttime, or something bad goes happen, I can't enter an apartment building? Like what? It's basically telling us like, and also too, it's a building, so we can't knock on every door. So I'm like, I'm riding with them for shits and giggles at this point. So right there, he's like, yeah, man, nothing, like basically like nothing's here. And I'm like, well, it's here. Obviously, it's a building with so many units. And I'm like, fuck. And I look across the street, and like these are like the thugs of Paris. Like it is given like, I've never seen like hood boys in Paris. I said, oh, this is the hood. Like posted up on the scaffolding, smoking, like, okay. So I said, cool. Got the location. I'm like, you know what? If the cops won't do nothing, I'll do something myself. So the next day, I decided to take it upon myself to go to that apartment complex. Because not for nothing, what they stole from me, I'm going to at least try it. Before I leave, I need to try it. And the most important thing is they stole my passport. Bitch, I could at least left the passport. Bitch, how the fuck am I supposed to get home? At least leave the passport. It was my passport that was stolen from me, and I'm so pissed because I was just about to finish my book, and like it had like my stamp from when I saw my grandmother right before she died. Like it was just a very sentimental passport, and y'all stole it knowing damn well y'all can't use it. I pulled up with my friend. Thank God my friend was in town, my childhood friend from New York. He was in town. So honestly, James is not gonna pull up with me. He's not. His heart definitely don't be like that. But my friend from the Bronx, I said, yeah, we really get down like that. So, girl, I'm like, okay. We went back to the Airbnb to see if anybody came back or whatnot. Nothing was there. Then after we went to the Airbnb, we went to the location, the building that my stuff is in. We get there, I'm like, okay, cool. How the hell are we gonna get inside the building? Already getting there, my heart is beating so fast. And that's because, like, they know what I look like. They have my passport. And around here, it gave very much so, like, everyone knows everyone. Like, as soon as we arrive there, like, I see a guy on the phone looking at me talking weird, another guy looking at me weird. I'm like, okay, they looking at me weird because they know I'm not from here, or is it because, bitch, they know my shit is stolen, and I don't know. At this point, I'm just paranoid. So we arrived there, and I'm like, damn, how are we gonna get into the building? There's some girl who, she's walking in the building. She's like, okay, do you guys live here? I'm like, no, we're staying at Airbnb here. We just forgot our key. She's like, okay, she know damn well we was lying, bitch. So we get there, now there's 28 apartments, and there's 7 floors. There's 4 units on each floor. So I said, girl, that's how I did the math. I said, let's work our way from the top to the bottom. So my method was walking away to the 7th floor, and then making my way down with just pinging the headphones to hear if I hear a sound. It's already like 20 minutes, I'm sweating bullets, okay, walking up these steps, then making my way back down, then checking, being very discreet, floor by floor, putting my ear to the door to hear if I hear a ping. So as soon as we get down, after I spent like 25, 30 minutes in that building, my heart was beating so fast, because I'm like, now I'm putting up to where you guys are at. The fact that you guys can just break into a place and steal stuff, like, y'all probably have that thing on y'all. So I'm like, I'm over here putting my own life at risk for material things, but I'm sorry, my heart really beat like that. I'm not about to sit here and just let y'all just steal my stuff, like, without trying to do anything. So if anything was possible to do, I was willing to do it, okay? We made our way back to the first floor. I'm like, okay, cool, nothing. Then I take a picture of the mailbox just to get everybody's last names, just in case, like, hoping Airbnb will provide us some context as to, like, the Airbnb host's information. That's all I want, girl. Give me something. Give me something. But they gave me nothing. As we're walking to my friend's Airbnb because he's staying nearby, my headphones was on the move. That means they got scared, so they moved it to another location. So as we're walking, I'm literally, I see the new location it's at, and I'm running, sprinting. I really ran a mile in like such a short amount of time. I got there and there was nothing there. I was like, you know what, bitch, I'm tired of chasing my shit. Like, you guys just got it. Okay, y'all caught a big, like, it was Christmas. It was everything for y'all. And then also too, like, when I told my other friend who lives in Paris where I stayed at, and like that my stuff got stolen, she told me there's a group of people that steals belongings, especially Americans. And when I found out my phone was in another country already, I said, okay. The fact that my phone was in Algeria is nuts. It's crazy. It's insane. Bitch, the shit was stolen yesterday. How the fuck did you guys get it to Algeria that quickly? They were professionals. The detectives is no help, and I have to extend my trip because I have to go to the embassy to go get an emergency passport. You know, one thing about James, he kept that passport on him, and it's so crazy because we was talking about stuff getting stolen, and I was like, you know what? I always leave my passport where I'm staying just in case if my bag gets stolen outside. It's usually at the hotel. You know what I'm trying to say? My passport is always at where I'm staying because, like, the girls left to pickpocket, you know, steal bags and stuff. So at least I know I'm going back home. This time it was the other way around. So I went to the embassy, got a brand new passport, thank God. And it was just so easy to get a new passport. I just had to pay a fee. got my passport pictures taken. And yeah, they really stole from us. And the thing is, Airbnb, I thought they would be more helpful. Like, they seemed helpful through DMs when I tweeted about it. And then I reached out to Airbnb and I was like, hey, like, our stuff got stolen. They said, okay, send the Airbnb that it was, it was booked on. They, relocated us, did all that. But I'm like, all that is cute and all, bitch. How do I get refunded back for my stuff? How do I get compensated? Because as Airbnb, as big as you guys are, you guys have to have like an insurance situation. Now, I already knew like I wouldn't be priority because I didn't book the Airbnb per se, so everything had to go through James's account. So we was talking to Airbnb back and forth, and they were being very communicative like at first. And I just cared about getting compensated, you know what I'm saying? Like getting the money back for my stuff that was stolen. Said they have like $1 million like insurance policy. We should have to send receipts and all that. So I was like, okay, cute. As long as I send my receipts, I'm good. We've not heard back from Airbnb. They keep saying we're looking into it. There's nothing to fight into. What are you looking into? We told you to happen. We have the police reports. You see what was stolen. No one's giving no information. It's the Airbnb host. The person that was supposed to do a background check or do something, it's them. The police was like, oh, the guy said he's not in town right now. But honestly, it's Paris, and they honestly don't give a f. Like, I'm even to this day still following up because I have a friend who lives in Paris who's been following up the police and they're just not responding. They just don't care at all. But Airbnb, I thought they would have at least came through or been more helpful, especially when you talk about the insurance situation. And at this point, it is what it is. The stuff is stolen. I'm not getting compensated for anything back, which is nuts, which is so crazy. And yeah, so if you stay with Airbnb, your shit gets stolen, you will not get anything back. They don't have any insurance thing they're talking about. I don't know if they do. Well, they're not talking to. They keep saying, well, get investigated. What the f*** there to investigate? Please let me know. Like, I just don't understand. And now, like, my patience has really run very low because I just reached back out and still nothing. Even my friend, since he's the one who booked it, he doesn't get to hear anything back. So I was just like, you know what? It's fine. I got robbed in Paris. And now I'll just listen to myself next time. And with Airbnb, like, just don't book Airbnb in a foreign place. Already, too, like, booking Airbnb is like, hotels and Airbnbs are fab, but like just make sure it's a super host. Especially like Airbnbs in foreign places, I just don't know. Like I don't know. That's just not my cup of tea. But a lot of people had good experiences. So do with that with what you will. Me personally, I need to listen to my gut, and it will be no. It's given hotels only. And if it's booked on Airbnb, it will be a hotel that's on Airbnb. That's it. I'm so sorry. Like I'm just so pissed that this happened to me. Like this year, it has been such a year. And like this, my stuff getting stolen couldn't happen at the most worst time. I'm like, girl, I'm over this. This year dragged the f*** out of me. Now, you guys know Paris, they're thieves. They're thieves. Like, the thing about Paris is there are no street cameras. There's only street cameras around like the 8th, because it's a touristy area and by the embassy. I was like, okay, let's look at some street cameras. I'm walking around the block, not one street camera in sight. The only street cameras there are is like in front of ATM. Those are the only cameras that's in Paris. And that's why people get so comfortable stealing in Paris because they're not going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? They're thieves and they're professionals in Paris. When I say they're professionals in Paris, they're professionals in Paris. My iPhone 13 got stolen. I got a notification like, oh, locate your phone. They kept trying to have me sign into my Apple account to like view it. But I'm like, I never reported my iPhone 13 stolen. Kept sending it for like 3 days and I clicked on the link and I was like, why would I click on the link? Because I never reported it stolen. Click on the link and they just wiped everything. So like I can't see where my phone is at now. But yeah, they're professionals. They do this. So my shit got stolen and that's just how my stuff, got stolen in Paris by an Airbnb host. These hosts and stuff, even a regular Airbnb, they act like they're fucking and they're not. Okay, you guys don't have the same hospitality as a host. You see, if this happened in a hotel, I have someone to hold accountable. I have no one to hold accountable for stealing my belongings. Like, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? By the time the girls do the fees and stuff and the taxes and the cleaning fee, bitch, you might as well just stay at a hotel. Like, Airbnb is good if you book like a big ass house and it's like 10 of y'all. But like, if you're by yourself on some solo dolo or like 2 people, do yourself a favor and save yourself the trouble and book a hotel. Let's count it, right? Got robbed at gunpoint in 2019. Got my stuff stolen in 2021 in Atlanta by someone who worked at Delta, who knew the fuck I was, who read my name, and just decided to steal my belongings like my shit never came out of the turnstile. Just for me to send all my receipts that equaled up to $30,000 just for them to give me $3,000 back. I didn't even cash the check they sent back. That was just so disrespectful of Delta to do. Anyways, and then now we're here in 2024, and yeah, so 3rd time's a charm, I guess, bitch. Not anymore, girl. But yep, that was it. That was the story time, and yeah, life goes on. Everything is materialistic, and the lesson I learned from all of this is just to listen to my instinct, listen to my gut, because bitch, I know. Like, I knew. I knew it. I felt it in my soul, in my spirit. Even God was like, bitch, go back and go put that turtleneck on. And I did it. He tried to tell me. Now, let me tell you something. If I would have went back and I saw them stealing my stuff, God would have known where I would have ended up. Thank God probably I didn't do it. I didn't stop him. Because let me tell you something. It would have got messy. You're trying to steal my belongings? Oh. And one thing about me, y'all know, I'm ready to die by my stuff. It's horrible. I hate that I am this person. Even when I got held at gunpoint, they tried to steal my car. Sorry, give me my car keys back. Thank you. You already took what you stolen. Don't do it. Okay? Like, I need to stop being that bitch, but hey, it is what it is. That was it for this video, guys. Give this video a big thumbs up. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe. And like I said, you see me, I'm doing it. You watch, I post. You don't watch, I don't post. So watch. And until then, see you later, my daughters. Mwah. Bye. Toodaloo.